Hi, this is Trey Passer, and welcome to my Blu Ray DVD collection of 2014, Part 12. That's 10 and 2. Not 14. 10 and 2. That's 12. And again, I apologize again because the past two, not the past 2 nights, I think last night, because I did 11, I think the day before, I was going to do another um, section 12 last night, but again, this chair is so comfortable that I keep falling asleep in it. I did, the video that I did last night, which was the, about the Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2 Super Trailer Part 1, which is a really cool looking, and RoboCop commercial, and Justice League War, they released a clip of Wonder Woman kicking butt, which looked good, and it was funny. So I gave you my reactions and thoughts to that, and then I was going to do, like I said, section 12, but then, of course, I had just eaten. I was checking out a few videos, and then all of a sudden, bam, I was out. The next thing I know, it was 12:30, and I had to get up and, wash up and go to bed. So again, I apologize. So that's why I'm doing this now. Okay, I'm gonna film this now so I can, then I'll check out, some people's videos and stuff, and then do my horoscope 101 video, which I'm gonna do tonight because it has to, be up in my day Saturday on the horoscope 101 channel. So please, check that out. Okay, we're trying to get that back together. Okay, so and this week it's the theme is your favorite horror director. Okay, so I have an idea of what I want to do, so I'm gonna probably do that after I do this. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, A Christmas Story, my absolute favorite Christmas movie. I love this movie, Ralphie, wanting that the rifle. You shoot your eye out. Okay, that was this is a classic in Gene Shepard's narration. Of course, of his story, this makes it even that much better. Okay, I love that. And then, of course, we have Van Wilder, Ryan Reynolds, and Tara Reid. Okay, this is actually really good. This my favorite part of this movie involves a garbage can. Okay, let me just say that. Okay, and then we have Honeymoon in Vegas. Nicolas Cage. I think his prom is Sarah. I've seen this on cable a long time ago. I used to be a long time ago. Nicolas Cage and Sarah Jessica Parker, her boyfriend and girlfriend. I think he basically loses her in a gambling thing with James Caan, who plays like this mobster, who then starts to wine and dine her, and then he basically Nicolas Cage has to find his way back to where the mobster is, and of course get his girl back. Okay, James Caan's a real dick in that movie. Okay, let's put it that way. Okay, and then we have the classic, The Graduate, Dustin Hoffman, Anne Bancroft, Catherine Ross. This is one of my absolute favorite movies. The young Richard Dreyfuss is in this as well. But this is actually my favorite, about a guy. And what's the magic word in this? Plastics. I think that's the word in this, plastics. But this is a good movie about a guy, who comes home and he has an affair with, of course, his father's, the neighbor's the neighbor's wife. And of course, and then he meets the daughter, and then it's complicated, but it's really good. Dustin Hoffman, really good movie. Mike Nichols. Okay, and then we have The Bates Motel, the first season, which was a really good show. I really, really liked this show. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I loved it. In fact, if you look on my channel, I did an overview of this whole first season, which is really good. Me and Film Angel 11 were big fans of this. Okay, and I really, really liked it. Freddie Highmore was good as Norman, and what's her name? I can't remember her name all the time. Jeez, what's her name? Jeez. What's her name? Vera Farmiga. Yeah, I'm sorry. Jeez, I can't remember that. Vera Farmiga was really good as Norma Bates. Okay, and that's a really good show. That's Ed Sullivan, right? Okay, Jungle Book, of course, the classic. I got this from Zavi. Now that I know Zavi does import to the States, I'll be ordering a lot more stuff from them, hopefully in the future. And then we have The Righteous Kill. This movie disappointed me because, team up, getting Al Pacino and Robert De Niro in a movie together, besides Heat and The Godfather was a big coup, but the story didn't make sense in the end. Like I said, the premise was good, but the follow through, that's what the follow through was, especially the ending. The ending was very wacky. Okay, and then Star Trek Into Darkness. This is the 3D version. Like I said, I don't have a 3D TV yet or a 3D Blu-ray player, but I like this lenticular cover there with the ship crashing and plummeting the Earth, and so I got that. And then we have In Time. okay, which is actually a pretty good movie. And I got to sneeze, okay? Excuse me. I'm going to say Dustin Hoffman. No, Amanda Seyfried and Justin Timberlake, okay, about this feature where people, they get time, they get a certain amount of time, and then the real people have long amounts of time, and basically this is about Justin Timberlake, his character, basically finding, getting a lot of time added to his life by this guy, by this rich guy who gives it to him. Of course, the people think he stole it, and they're after him, and of course he kidnaps Amanda Seyfried in the process. Anyway, U.S. Marshals, this is a sequel to The Fugitive. This is a decent movie with Tommy Lee Jones, Wesley Snipes, and Robert Downey Jr., okay? And this is actually a really good movie with them chasing Wesley Snipes, of course, and Robert De Niro. Robert Downey Jr. plays, I think, an FBI agent that helps Tommy Lee Jones, and things are not what they say, put it that way. Okay? And then we have Altered States. I saw this movie a long time. What's his name? William Hurt. And Blair Brown is in this, about this guy who experiments, research science, who experiments, and there's some freaky images in this movie. And I gotta watch this again because it's been a while since I've seen it, but I just still remember him. That's that shot of him walking like a monkey. Ooh, it was freaky. Okay, and of course, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It's been a long time since I watched this. I gotta revisit this. But I remember seeing this movie and just being totally freaked out by those aliens. And this is one of Steven Spielberg's best. Richard Dreyfuss, what's the blonde lady's name? Melinda Dillon, I think that's her name. Who's the little boy? The little boy gets kidnapped, and just the way this movie is shot is absolutely beautiful. Okay. Then we have Picnic at Hanging Rock, which is a movie that I saw a long time ago, and this is by Peter Weir, who did Year of Living Dangerously and a few other movies. Mel Gibson was in that. Anyway, but this is about these girls at this college school who basically they go on this picnic and they disappear, and the mystery of what happened to them. And it's actually the way this movie is shot is just really surreal. And they also show scenes of the people that got left behind in the school. And it's a really good movie. I definitely highly recommend this. I got this. I think I trade with either Mick. I'm trying to remember, either Mick or Spielberg 23769 DVD. I'm trying to remember, but I think it was Mick. Camarate 666 that gave it to me in a trade. Then we have, of course, Deliverance, John Voight, Burt Reynolds, Ned Beatty, who couldn't ever get that famous scene, squeal like a pig. Ugh, that's frightening. Okay, and I was a big fan of this TV show, but I haven't seen this movie yet. I gotta watch it because it has Anne Hathaway and Steve Carell, two of my favorite people. Dwayne Johnson and Alan Arkin. This is the remake of the movie, and I gotta watch this. This is it's supposed to be a bonus special scenes delivery, so I heard mixed things about this, so I'm gonna have to watch that because like I said, I'm a big fan of Steve Carell and Anne Hathaway, so I gotta watch that. And I love the show with Don Adams. That was absolutely the best. Limitless. Okay, I saw this, Robert De Niro and Bradley Cooper. Abby Carnish, about a guy who takes this pill and becomes really smart. It opens up his brains, and it's really good. And then we have 500 Days of Summer, Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zoe Deschanel. Basically, the 500 days of their relationship, and it's a really good movie. And I love that sequence of him. I think the Hall & Oates sequence, I call that. Okay, and this is a really good movie. So who directed this? Mark Webb. Yeah, this is Mark Webb, the guy who did Spider-Man. But yeah, that was really good. I like that. Then we have Men in Black, the original. There we go. Tommy Lee Jones, Will Smith. Okay, about the aliens. That was good. And then another movie by Spike Jonze. Yep. And screenplay by Charlie Kaufman and Donald Kaufman, which is adaptation. Nicolas Cage, Meryl Streep, Chris Cooper. Nicolas Cage plays two parts in this movie. A struggling writer. I think Charlie Kaufman is it, and then his brother Donald. I think that's the way it goes. And then Meryl Streep is this actress who wants. It's a complicated movie, but it's an entertaining movie. Okay. It's directed by Spike Jonze. I remember seeing that in the theater. I went to see that. And then another movie that I wanted to get, took me a while to get this because I kept waiting. The price would not go down on this, no matter what. I think this was like $30 for like forever, and I think I might have paid the $30 to get it because I waited like forever to see it. But Shane, Michael Fassbender, what's her name? Carey Mulligan, Steve McQueen, who directed 12 Years a Slave, and he did another movie with Michael Fassbender, which I can't remember the name of him when he was in prison. I think that was the movie. But anyway, Shane about a guy who becomes basically a sex addict, and it's a really good movie. Great performance by Michael Fassbender in that. And then we have these two movies. I'm going to show these together because these are by the ex-Mr. Madonna, Guy Ritchie. Snatch, which I think is my favorite one because this is the one with Brad Pitt. These are like, and then Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Okay, and they're real like crime thrillers, good, drama and comedy and action and really funny. And then we have The Wrath of the Titans, which I actually like this movie. This is a decent sequel. Okay, you have more Liam Neeson in this and Ralph Fiennes as Zeus and Hades. Okay, then we have I, Robot. Okay, which Blu Ray. I think I have two versions. I think I have a DVD version of this and the 3D version that came with my son over there. Okay, and this is Prometheus. So you got $10 off to see Prometheus. That's how old this is. And then we have The Godfather, the classic, right there. A good bit of no. I would say it could have been a contender. That was Marlon Brando, but not in this movie. That was on the waterfront. Okay, right there, The Godfather. Then we have Black Swan, Academy Award winning performance by Natalie Portman, Vincent Cassel, and Mila Kunis. Directed by Darren Aronofsky, and it's a really, really weird movie about this ballerina who's desperately to get this part. It's really, really surreal. And then one of my favorite war movies of all time, Carl Malden, George C. Scott, Patton. That speech in the beginning of this movie is absolutely classic. Okay, and I think I did a parody of it on one of my videos. But anyway, and then we have The Descent, which is really good about these girls going hiking in this caves, and they have the issues between them, and they get trapped in these monsters down there below. And there's a part 2 of this which I got to get because the way this ended was, and then there was a part 2 of this that I know, and I want to see that just to see how it is. Though I don't think this movie needed a sequel, but they made one. So then we have World War Z with Brad Pitt and the zombies and the really fast moving zombies. Okay, this is a decent movie. Okay, and I like the cover on this one. And this came with a booklet too. This comes with a booklet too, which is nice. And then we have Django Unchained. This is the Steelbook, the Target exclusive. Okay, there we go, Django Unchained. And then we have the Best Buy. This is kind of like a digibook. Okay, Django Unchained. Then we have Rio, about these birds, and they're making a sequel. Part 2 is coming out. I saw the trailer for that. And then we have Taken 2, which was really, really dumb. Okay, really horrible bad guy in that movie. Meet the Parents, of course, Robert De Niro and Ben Stiller. Really funny movie. I like Meet the Parents. Okay, and then we have The Nutty Professor, the remake, which is really, really funny. Eddie Murphy playing all those different characters. And let me take this down so I have more room to put my other stuff up. Excuse me. Okay, there we go. Okay, then we have Wreck-It Ralph, which is the 3D version with a nice lenticular cover. Okay, a really good movie. Really surprising how good it was. And then we have The Hunchback of Notre Dame, the 2-movie collection. I haven't seen it. I saw the second movie, the direct-to-video movie, which I absolutely loved. Okay, Quasimodo Falls in Love, and then I got this, and then I got to see the first part, which was really good. Okay, so I like this movie. I really like. You can tell part 2 was direct-to-video because the animation is crap in it, but I like the story. Quasimodo Falling in Love. That was nice. Then we have Rise of the Guardians in 3D. I did a review of this, but I gotta watch this again because I fell asleep doing part of it. Okay, but it's the 3D version of Rise of the Guardians. Then we have Schindler's List. Did I pronounce that? Schindler's List, which I gotta watch. Steven Spielberg. This is the 20th anniversary edition, and I definitely have to watch this. Okay, I heard great things about this. Liam Neeson, Ralph Fiennes. Gotta see that. Spielberg, so I gotta see it. And then Mulan and Mulan 2. Did I watch both movies? I think I just watched the first one. Okay, I didn't watch the second one yet for this movie. I like the first one. Then we have the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. Okay. All the Friday the 13th. All the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. They're on Blu Ray. Okay, it's good. Love Freddy Krueger. Okay, and then we have Blow, a really good movie. Johnny Depp, Penelope Cruz, based on a true story about this guy who basically starts this drug trade and stuff, and he gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And the character of his mother in this movie is, oh my God, what a horrible human being. And then Willow. Okay, I love this movie. Ron Howard film. It's been a while since I've seen this, so I gotta watch this again. Val Kilmer, Joanne, what's her name? Joanne. I think she was married to him at the time. what's her name? Joanne. Yeah, Joanne Whaley. Well, she's Joanne Whaley. I think maybe they got married after because her name in this movie is just Joanne Whaley. And so I know she used to be married to Val Kilmer. There she go. But this is a really good movie. And Warwick Davis is really good in that. And then we have Blade Runner. This is the 30th Anniversary Collector's Edition. It comes with the little ship. There we go, and all the different editions. I haven't opened this yet. There we go. It comes in all the different editions. Okay, and then we have Life of Pi, which I really, really loved. What's that guy's name? Mr. What's his goddamn name? The Tiger. Parker. Richard Parker. Richard Parker, right there, the Tiger. And this is, I really, really like this movie. Enjoyed this movie. Really good. Okay, definitely highly recommend that. And then we have Fight Club. Nobody talks about Fight Club. And then it comes with this cool cover. There we go. Brad Pitt there and Edward Norton. Really, really good movie. Okay, and then we have Dark Shadows, which was a disappointment. I was a big fan of the TV show. You know, of course I didn't watch it growing up, but I think they used to show it on the Sci-Fi Channel, and I kind of fell in love with it. I kept watching, it kept showing it, and I got totally hooked on Dark Shadows, the old TV show that came on ABC, and then this movie disappointed me. I fell asleep, I think, during the second part of this movie. It comes with this cool lenticular cover, but the movie was a disappointment. Then we have Criterion of The Blob. Okay, Steve McQueen. Actually a decent sci-fi movie, although, like I said, Steve McQueen looks like a few years younger than the guy who plays his father in this movie. You know, Steve McQueen looked like the oldest teenager in the world. Okay, and then we have Barbarella, Jane Fonda. Okay, a very weird story. I saw this on cable a long time ago, and I have to probably rewatch it because it's just surreal. And I heard they were supposed to be doing a remake of that. Then we have Silent House, and this is a remake of a movie, and this is supposed to be shot with one straight take, I think. That's the thing. One straight take. That was the thing with this. There's like no breaks in it. And about this girl, you know, her and her father, you know, and I think her uncle are restoring this house, and then all of a sudden things, weird noises start happening and stuff, and she thinks she's being haunted, but there's a lot more things going on than you think. And then we have Mel Gibson, Get the Gringo, which I haven't watched yet. But, you know, it's Mel Gibson, so I got to watch this. It's supposed to be good. And the Best Buy exclusive has over 35 minutes of bonus content. Okay, I think I saw the trailer for this and I liked it, so that's why I bought that. And then Hobo with a Shotgun, I heard people talking about this left and right, and then I finally watched it. And this movie is great. Rutger Hauer is fantastic. And there's a guy in this movie that looks like Tom Cruise. One of the bad guys. He looks like a taller Tom Cruise. But Hobo with a Shotgun, oh my God, you got to see this movie to believe it. And then we have Predator. This is the Steelbook. So I think I got this from Mr. Freeman, who I call Bob the Sub. Bob the Sub. I think that's his YouTube username. Who I call him Mr. Freeman because, you know, he does an imitation. He tried to do an imitation. I forgot what he tried to do an imitation of, but he sounded like Morgan Freeman to me. So I call him Mr. Freeman all the time. So, okay, he gave me that. And I think that was him. The trade, and also I got Taken. Okay, which you know, great looking steelbook. Okay, and then we have this I got from Chris Blue 007 or Mr. Steelbook Daddy. Black Hawk Down, which I saw in the movies. I absolutely love this movie about, you know, the incident in Mogadishu, right? I think where the soldiers got killed and dragged through the streets, which was a real tragedy. But I absolutely I love this, you know, really well done movie. And then of course I got Ghostbusters from him as well. There's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man right there, looking good. Okay, now, oh yeah. Then of course we have Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which I haven't watched yet. But what I'm going to do is, because I'm doing film series reviews on my channel, I'm going to review all, because I have the Indiana Jones set. It's in one of these shelves. I'm going to review all 4 movies, and that means I got to watch Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which I heard not so great things about. But this is a limited edition one. It comes with a little crystal skull in there, and you can see that. Okay, I got that from Mick Emirate 666. Thank you, Mick. Okay, and since I'm showing things, this is my DVD of the Monster Legacy DVD gift set. It comes with the Frankenstein Monster, Dracula, and the Wolfman, and it has all these movies in it. And you see right here, you got a nice shot of Dracula there, and then the Wolfman in the back, and then the Forever First Frankenstein Monster right there. It's a great set, and I did an unboxing of this. So if you want to watch, look at my channel. Look on my channel for it. You'll see that unboxing. Okay, now more steel books. Okay, these two I won in a contest from the Swedish critic, who's in New York now, which I'm probably going to have to hook up with him eventually and see a movie together, because I think he's going to film school in New York, actually. He had a contest, and I won these two steel books, Toy Story and Toy Story 2. Okay, I got to get Toy Story 3 on steelbook too, you know, complete the set. But I won these in his contest, the Swedish critic. I think that's his YouTube username. Okay, and then I got Underworld, Awakening. This is the one with the fake Scott Speedman in it, the fourth movie. You know, steelbook. This is from Best Buy. Okay, well, like I said, I love Kate Beckinsale. Absolutely gorgeous. And then, I think, see, I'm not sure if I got this from Chris Blue 007 or Bob the Sub. Maybe they can comment. But anyway, Man on Fire. I absolutely love this movie about a guy who was burnt out and then goes down to Mexico and he becomes the bodyguard to this little girl, little Dakota Fanning there, and she gets kidnapped and then he raises holy hell to get her back. And then, of course, we have Drive. This is the French edition. I love this movie, Drive. Ryan Gosling. Killer soundtrack. Then we have Adventures in Babysitting, but this, you know, really hot Elizabeth Shue who babysits these kids, and of course they I think they go to the sea for some particular reason. I forgot the reason. And of course there's a little reference to Thor in this movie, which is really good. Okay, very one of those 90s comedies. Okay, oh 80s, totally 80s comedy. Okay, 80s. Okay, I'm sorry. Then the Lorax, Dr. Seuss. What's his name? Dr. Seuss. What's his name? What's his name? Danny DeVito. Okay. Actually, this was actually a pretty good movie. It was pretty funny. Yeah? Okay. And I loved it. You know, the orange thing there. And then we have, I think this is Wrath. Is this Wrath of the Titans? Hold on. Yeah, this is Wrath of the. Hold on. I think this is Wrath of the Titans, but this is like the French or German edition, right? I think that's German. I think I got it from Amazon UK or Germany, whatever. But see, that's the cover that comes with it. And then we have Ratatouille, steelbook. I love this movie. Absolutely beautiful the way they designed Paris in this movie, and it's a good movie about a rat who wants to be a chef. Really good. And then we have Chronicle. There we go. Steelbook. I love this movie. It's really good about these three friends that go underground and they basically get superpowers, and one of them becomes a supervillain. Okay, the guy that's Dane. What's his name? Dane Hannon, who's going to be in Spider-Man 2. Okay, and then we have Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows. I love this movie. Professor Moriarty is in this movie, and it's a real good choice for a villain. Of course, that's, you know, Sherlock Holmes' main villain, so that's a good choice. And Ralph Harris, Jared Harris plays Moriarty in this, and he's really good. Okay, Hellboy 2, The Curse of the Golden Army. I love this. This is sideways, and there's the back of there, and they should make another Hellboy movie. Okay, I'm just saying, just make another one. I love the Hellboy movies. Ron Perlman was just great in that. Then we have Wrath of the Titans, the 3D version. Like I said, I don't have a 3D TV yet, but of course I got to get the 3D just to have them. So when I do, okay, there'll be a parade and everything when I do. Okay, okay, and then we got Batman Begins steelbook from Best Buy. It comes with the exclusive Dark Knight Reborn thing, $5 off Dark Knight Rises. I got that back then. And of course, the same thing with, you know, the Dark Knight right there, Best Buy. And then we have Stallone Rambo Part 4, which I actually saw. I actually got right over there. I have the Grenade edition that has all 4 movies in it. But I got Rambo right there, and I actually saw this like last year. I think last year I watched it. Good balance in that. And then we have Final Destination 5. Nice. Love that opening sequence on the bridge. It was killer. Okay. And then we have Casino. I love these ones that comes like sideways. Like that's great. There we go. Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, and Sharon Stone and James Wood. Okay. And I love what happens to Joe Pesci in the cornfield. Okay, I just want to say that. That's one of my absolute favorite moments. I actually go to YouTube just to watch that moment. Okay, it's classic. Okay, Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. There we go. I like the Narnia movies. I think the only one I don't got is there's a third one I think that came out. This one I got, and I got the other one which you see that. Gran Torino, get off of my lawn. Then we have the Lord of the Rings steelbooks. Best Buy. There we go. There's Fellowship of the Ring, of course. Then we have, the Two Towers. Okay. And then, of course, the Return of the King. And then we have Narnia. Okay, this is a nice, cool edition. I like that. Blu Ray, DVD, and digital copy. This is Narnia, the Voyage of the Dawn Treader. I think this is this one. Hold on. And Prince Caspian. Okay, right? And I think there might be another one, right? Somebody can correct me if there's 4 of them. I think it's this one, Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, and Prince Caspian. Okay? I think there might be another one, I think. I'm not sure about that. But then there's those 2. And then, of course, we got Iron Man. I got this from eBay. This is like the, I think, Korean version. Somebody recognize that? Can recognize that? If that's Korean or not. But I got this from eBay. This is Iron Man. The first movie. Okay, I just like the edition, and I got it for a decent price. And then, of course, I got this, I think, in a trade from somebody from Australia, which I can't remember if it was Spielberg 23769 DVD or Emirate 666 Mick. Butterfly Effect. This is in the 2 for $20 deal. But Butterfly Effect. This is Ashton Kutcher's probably best role. And I gotta watch. I want to revisit this movie because it's been a while since I've seen it. I don't think I've seen it from beginning to end. I've just seen clips of it. Okay. Okay, and Frequency, one of my favorite movies. Dennis Quaid, Jim Caviezel. He plays a detective who misses his dad. His dad, has been. I think the way the movie goes, his dad had passed on or got murdered. I'm trying to remember the way it was. Anyway, he's living with his mother. Well, his mother's alive, and then he basically, through the use of this, that's why I said frequency of a radio, he communicates with his dad back in 1969. I think when the Mets were about to win the World Series, he's communicating with his dad, and then they do things. I think he gives his dad tips, and he prevents his dad from getting killed, but it has consequences for the future. And it's a really, really good movie, really underrated. Gregory Holt directed this, but it's a really, really good movie. Jim Caviezel and Dennis Quaid, really sentimental. And plus, it features my Mets in there. So, and then we have Sleeping Beauty, just a really surreal movie about this. I think this might be I don't know if this is the Korean version or whatever it is. That writing is. If somebody can understand that, they can tell me what that writing is. I think. Anyway, I think it's from you because I had read about this movie, and it's basically about this girl that she gets drugged and basically she's asleep, and these men sleep with her in the bed. I don't think they have sex with her, but they just. I think they mostly molest her. I don't think they. I saw it once, but I don't think they actually have sex with her. They drug her so she's asleep, and they basically just manipulate her body, and it's just a really weird. I guess she gets paid. She gets paid money, and it's just a really weird movie. And it's this is the girl from Sucker Punch. Okay, and then Sunshine Cleaning, Amy Adams and Emily Blunt and Alan Arkin. About this, Amy Adams is the responsible sister, and Emily Blunt is the kind of flighty sister, and they form this cleaning service. Okay, and then we have, of course, 9.5 Weeks, which I absolutely love. Kim Basinger, Mickey Rourke. Well, this intense relationship, really, really good. Before Mickey Rourke screwed his face up. And then we have Demi Moore, Striptease, which I absolutely love this movie. Uncut international version. Burt Reynolds is a scream in this. And Armand Assani and what's the guy's name? Bing Rames is in this as well. And she totally turns to stripping because her ex-husband is a lowlife. I think has custody, and she's trying to get custody of her daughter. It's a really weird movie. And Adjustment Bureau, Emily Blunt, Matt Damon. A really, really good movie about these people that are monitoring. I forgot what they call these people. And Matt Damon actually, he falls in love with Emily Blunt, and they want to prevent that from happening because he's supposed to follow a certain path. But they try to prevent him because he's in love with Emily Blunt, and they try to stop him. Called Clint Eastwood, The Outlaw Josie Wells, a great classic western. Are you going to stand there? What did he say in the bar? He said, are you going to draw that pistol or are you going to stand there whistling Dixie, right? Something like that. I think that's the line. Or and then there's another, I think, line in this also where the guy is in the bar and he comes in, he sees him, then he walks back out, then he comes back in, and then he goes, I'm sorry, it's my job. No, that's not my job. I screwed up the line totally. He goes, say, I'm sorry, I gotta do this. Comes back in and draws his pistol. I said, it's my living. He said, Dying ain't much of a living, is it, boy? I think that's the way he says it. Dying ain't much of a living, is it, boy? And then we have Blade, the 3 movies on Blu Ray. Okay, we have the original, which is great. Great opening scene in that. And Blade 2, which is the best one in my opinion. And then Blade 3, Trinity, which was better, not the best one. Okay, and then we have Crash, the great ensemble cast in this ensemble. Yeah, ensemble. Sandra Bullock, Don Cheadle, Matt Dillon, Jennifer Esposito, William Fichtner, Brandon Fraser, Terrence Howard. Ludacris is in this. Danny Newton, Ryan Phillippe, Lawrence Tate, and Michael Pena. Great movie. Crash. I say Drive. Crash. Then we have Alien versus Predator. I think this is the first one before they screwed up the other ones. Okay, which is an okay movie. Then we have The Fifth Element. Bruce Willis, Gary Oldman, Ian Holm, and Mila Jovovich, and outrageous. What's his name? Chris. What is his name? Chris. Guy from Rush Hour movies. I can't remember his name. Chris. And then we have Born on the 4th of July. Tom Cruise gives a really, really good performance. And this is the Ron. What's his name? Ron. Who becomes Ron Kovac, who's he's like gun ho to fight for his country and everything, and then he gets paralyzed and comes back and gets disillusioned, and then becomes an anti-war protester. Really, Tom Cruise is excellent in this movie, and also what's called his wife in this? Kevin Bacon's wife. What's her name? Is in this movie. Geez, I can't remember her name. Kira Sedgwick. Yeah, Kira Sedgwick. She's in it. She's good too. And then last but not least is Gremlins 2, the new batch. Okay, which is really good. And I love when Phoebe Cates tells a story, goes into her story, which is actually hilarious. Anyway, so that's the end of part 12. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, end of part 12. So let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below, and I'll try to do part 13 and 14 tomorrow. Since Saturday I'm off, I'll try to do 2 parts tomorrow. Okay, which should be. And I thought for some reason that because this thing is deeper that I would it would drag out. So maybe I won't. So if this is 12, and that's 13, 14. It could be 15 parts, and just 15 parts. So I should be almost finished. Maybe I could be finished, but by the weekend I could be finished with the whole collection. Okay. So anyway, let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. This is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.